Hello my wonderful people, welcome to my platform. If it's your first time and you like what you see, please subscribe and put on your notification bell. It is very important because it will enable you to know when I upload a new video. I upload video on daily basis on what is happening across the globe, especially in Nigeria and in Biafran land. Do you know what? Abuma, that Biafra. Yes, I am a Biafran woman and I'm very proud to be a Biafra. I can never deny my identity. So before I do it, I analyze the video, I sit down there to watch it together with you. And I also want to seize this opportunity to appreciate those that I always use their program in my channel. I appreciate you. I give you all credit. Ibo ndị ọma na-ege ntị, ndị ọma njem ọnụ, ndị na-elele ihe onyonyo a ekene m unu, ka ọ dịrị unu niile na mma, ka Chukwu gọzie unu. As we hop into today's video, you are free to criticize, leave your opinion. Let us do it in a respectful and constructive manner. Remember,
for the Biafran movement, the Biafran people then they ran get a sit-in protest calling for the release of their leader, Nnamdi KANU, leader of IPOD, who is championing the self-determination movement of the Biafran people who aspire to be free and to be an independent state away from Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be very happy for announcing our observation for that protest. It be 100% successful. The Biafran people then they start this sit-in protest on the 9th of this month. Is similar the same day as pointed out by Dr. Chu Ayaba, leader of Ambazonia Liberation War. It started coincidentally on the same day that the people of Ambazonia started their own sit-in protest to demonstrate to the world the will of the people in demand for independence. We want to congratulate IPOD. We want to congratulate the people of Biafra who have come together behind Nnamdi KANU as a new Mandela. He represents himself like a Mandela to his people who are aspiring for independence and freedom from torture, freedom from persecution, subjugation which they have suffered under the hands of Nigeria since the amalgamation that had divided the state of eastern Nigeria, which today they call Biafra. The Ambazonian people stand shoulder to shoulder with the Biafran people, especially with the alliance of the Ambazonia Governing Council and the movement of the IPOD. The indigenous people of Biafra will stand together shoulder to shoulder with them to support them. If the Nigerian government, they thought that by kidnapping Nnamdi KANU from Kenya and putting him in cages is going to stop this movement, as a matter of fact, they have actually put this movement on its expectant course that is going to bring about the expectant result of independence to the Biafran people. This is a big victory for those who have been clamoring for independence for Biafra. It's a big loss to Nigeria. Now we have seen a situation where the Biafran people have been cornered, and due to this rendition of Nnamdi KANU have taken this bold step into asserting themselves. Now the Biafran people have asserted themselves as masters of their own destiny by sitting down this day, and it is going to continue every Monday. The people of Biafra have assumed the primary responsibility of determining their future. It has also shown a trust in their leader, Nnamdi KANU, and all those who clamor for the same. It has also shown that the people of Biafra are allegiance to their state and not to Nigeria. These things have only come about because Nnamdi KANU was illegally picked up from Nigeria. As you know, the Cameroon government also have been involved with the alliance with the Aso Rock to try to undermine the aspiration of indigenous people in the Gulf of Guinea, but mainly the people of Ambazonia. So ladies and gentlemen, I will get into full gear to bring you updates with pictures coming in from Biafra land. But before, I want to mention some of this news that is coming up from Ambazonia. So there are news that the Cameroon government have been attacked in Bui. They lost 7 of their men, and as a reprisal, the Cameroon military went into nearby villages where the population was running away and killed 7 innocent civilians in Bui. Such killings now just evidence where they show for the people and say this army of Cameroon, an occupation army, will then be bent for kill and destroy life for Ambazonia. there is no justification for a professional military, a military on salary, a military with ranks and files, representing a state, the state of Cameroon, to go and respond to an act carried out by legitimate forces on the ground that they know their political agenda. For the Cameroon government to then turn and kill innocent civilians, it shows us two things. One, the Cameroon government do not see the people of Ambazonia like their citizens. No government will attack their own citizens for action committed by armed forces or armed group representing a movement. This shows to the people unequivocally that Cameroon government is an occupation force. Their army do not represent the people. These killings is a message to the Ambazonian people that the Cameroon government is not their government. It is a foreign government that seeks to dominate and subjugate our people, just like the white men did during the era of colonialism. It is a war crime. It's a crime against humanity. There is no justification of targeting innocent civilians, and we have to fight to stop this impunity and liberate ourselves from a state that imposes itself upon us using terrorism tactics. The second thing such killing shows is that it is systemic. We have seen this type of killing over and over for the past 4 years, with now over 30,000 Ambazonians being killed by the Cameroon military, systemic as reprisal actions, as well as actions to inflict on our people collective punishment. This show that it is systemic. It is coming right from the top of the president of La Republique du Cameroon. No actions will be taken against these soldiers who are committing these crimes and these atrocious crimes in Ambazonia. So our people have to know that we are on our own, and for our survival, our collective survival, we must come together to fight this occupation with everything we have as a matter of survival and as a matter of liberation. There are other actions that have ensued. The Ambazonian Defense Forces, I'll bring you footages of their activities in Manu State as well as in Upper Banyang, where we are expanding in our drive to reach Buea, the capital city of Ambazonia. So ladies and gentlemen, let me take you back to Biafra land. As I said a while ago, it is a big success, and this is a fat win for the people of Biafra, that the entire Biafra have sit down, stay at home to observe this sit-in strike called by IPOD, the movement of Nnamdi KANU, that are calling the people to stay home to protest the kidnapping of Nnamdi KANU and rendition to Nigeria, to demand for his release. And this is only going to fuel the drive for self-determination of the Biafran people towards independence. There are footages that have come up. We have seen one of the incidents that happened in is this Apa? We have had these videos and images coming from social media and from publication of platforms that represent the Biafran movement. We have seen images of 2 Libra bus and 1 KK. KK is a small Bensikin, we call them in Ambazonia Bensikin or bike men, that were targeted, that seeks to violate this protest. It's very, very dangerous for anybody to try to circumvent the law of the land. When the people collectively make a decision for the common good, nobody should violate it. And we are calling on all Ambazonians who are in Biafra to observe this Monday sit-in protest that will be taking place every Monday, the same day that the people of Ambazonia will be observing the same. We are together. We must show solidarity together, and everybody in Biafra land should observe this day. It's very important, irrespective of your opinion. Going against something which is for the public good, you already put yourself in powers with the people and the vanguards of the revolution. We have seen major markets in Biafra land. We have seen this is a market in Aba. A market in Aba is very, very famous market, very huge market, closed down. Even the federal government in Biafra land also closed down to observe this day of sit-in protest. Even in Onitsha, we have images coming in from Onitsha, and you see everybody's indoor to observe this day, to send a message to the Nigerian government and their allied Cameroon and the international community that they cannot trample upon the people's right of Africa. The people of Biafra have the rights to organize themselves and advocate for their self-determination, which is exactly what Nnamdi KANU was doing. It is a great success. Looking at these pictures of Onitsha, I'm very, very embarrassed. I've been to Lagos, I've been to Abuja, I've seen the level of investment by the federal government of Nigeria to make those cities economically vibrant, and to see that Onitsha, a huge and highly populated state like this, it have been left to rot, and look how it is dusty and everything. The Biafran people have to fight really to take control of their resources and invest it in their own land, and it's a very, very, very big success. The Cameroon government, you know, with Nigerian government, have tried to undermine this resistance by using paid agents to make statements that will suppress the enthusiasm of the international media to cover this event. But we have said always that the revolution shall not be televised except by revolutionaries. So we are here to tell the whole world to understand through ACN TV what is going on in Biafra. We saw one of the factions of the Ambazonian movement, the IG faction, led by a splinter group of the IG faction led by Sako Ekome, who came out with a press statement of the fact that there is no alliance between the Biafran people and the Ambazonian people. Of course, we know that is just lies, and those press conferences were pushed to Nigerian media and media across the globe to publish them in order to suppress what is happening, which is that the Biafran people have risen up. La République du Cameroon and Nigeria have failed, and the people have risen up. Their story will be told nevertheless, and we want to shame all those who are paid agents who are trying to derail the people's aspiration. There have been a press release from the Ambazonian Governing Council stating clearly that the alliance between both people of Ambazonia and the people of Biafra is strong. The alliance between IPOD and the Governing Council is strong. The Governing Council also will continue to seek other alliances within the Biafran people, as there are several factions, but we do recognize Nnamdi KANU and IPOD as the major faction, just as the Ambazonian Governing Council is one of the major factions in the Ambazonian side. So we are very happy. Congratulations to the Biafran people. They should continue this march and continue to evolve. The Nigerian government will continue to try to undermine them by paying some KK men to go on the road and try to misrepresent this drive, but the Eastern Security Network will trust them to step up and be the vanguard of this people activity so that it will not be undermined. And anybody who takes bribe from Nigeria government should not be allowed to have peace. But this type of activity, we are expecting them, and we know the Eastern Security will handle such movement. So this is now an active drive of self-determination, and we now know that the message have been sent to the international system that the Biafran people are now in control of their land. They are now taking active control. It is only going to get worse. And on a personal note, I want to tell the Biafran people that we do not expect any justice from a system that is meant to subjugate the Biafran people. And people should stop expecting that Nnamdi KANU is going to be released because of the laws in Nigeria. Nevertheless, they have to make their case, but they have to focus more on the liberation of Biafra, because that is the most important thing that Nnamdi KANU have dedicated his life for. It is one for all for one. Nnamdi KANU is very frail. We have had information about his health, and we are very concerned about his health. We call for his immediate release and unconditional release. He is no criminal, and we want to shame and name the British government for failing to provide him adequate consular support as a British citizen. We continue to pray for his family and for his well-being, and for him to have strength as he has always had strength. But we continue to encourage the Biafran people to focus on liberation. They will have to stop any Nigerian government promulgation of itself in Biafra land, especially with elections that are due to Anambra. Is it Anambra State? Anambra State will be having a governor elections. That should never ever happen. It is time for the Biafran movement, the people of Biafran, to really consider making Biafran ungovernable for Nigeria, and from stopping all the exploitation that is going on in the Gulf of Guinea of our resources by the Western powers that are backing the Buhari and Nigerian government to continue their subjugation of the Biafran people. It's very imperative, because those resources, so long as they are exploiting those resources, they will have no incentive to put pressure on Nigerian government, and the Nigerian government will have no incentive to stop this madness. Nigerian government governance of Biafran land should come to an end, and their exploitation as well should come to an end. International politics is not about human rights or sympathy. It's all about political interests, and we are wise enough to know that. We are wise enough to take measures to mitigate that. We hope the Biafran movement is going to follow suit, and it's inevitable. They are going to go to that route. So we have seen all those images. I want to play some images to you to watch. Also, the Biafran people in abroad have also risen up to rise up and organize protests to show you that the people are behind Nnamdi KANU. These are images of in Berlin of protests by Biafran people who are demanding the release of their leader.
We never needed France. We never needed Britain. Britain and the jihadist government of Nigeria are killing our people. They are raping our mothers. They are raping our sisters. During the Biafran war, the British jihadist colony, more than 5 million Biafrans, 5 million, they decapitated our people. They are turning our children to refugees in the whole world. We are not refugees. That's not plan we have for our children. We have a future for our children, but we need to be free from Nigeria. We are not Nigerians. We are Biafrans.
We are not Nigerians. We are Biafrans. The word echo from Berlin in Germany by Biafrans who are protesting the arrest of their leader and calling for liberation and self-determination of their territory. The calls are only going to get louder. The effect of the diaspora movement for Biafrans is only going to get louder, and the support for the Biafran liberation now will intensify with this poor judgment from Nigeria. The international community and the African people have to understand that the state of Gulf of Guinea have become a black hole for international diplomacy and humanitarian law. Nigerian government and Cameroon government do not care about the African Charter or international humanitarian law. They have violated it with the arrest of Siseko Ayok Tabi, one of the Ambazonian leaders in Nigeria, and now the Nigerian government involvement in the rendition of Nnamdi KANU. We have to know that the international law do not apply to these people because they have British and the French government to back them up. We have to fight this survival fight with all our might. We have to engage and kick these people out of our land because we have no choice. Otherwise, our children and our children's children will become refugees. The migration out of Biafra and Ambazonia will continue unabated. We have to fight this. It is an existential threat to our people. This is a battle for our self-preservation, and we must fight it knowing that these people care less about the international law and the international system as well care less about these people. We have also seen that local chiefs in Imo State in Nigeria have also come out to declare their support for Nnamdi KANU and also pronouncing libation and curses to anybody who stand against Nnamdi KANU. And this message should also go to Samuel Ikomesako, the paid agent of Cameroon government that have tried to denigrate Nnamdi KANU's alliance with Dr. Cho Ayaba. This should be a message to all of them, coming from chiefs.
Mana everybody go bele ngezi bebe ni kokwa ya. Ibu amende gubiri. Iba ile ku na Nnamdi KANU gwara isu na one family. One family, okay? What is that building one day? I don't have to I chose or 2 miles. I don't have to I chose or 2 miles. God, for your banana, we go get.
So these are local chiefs of Imo State. They have come together to send a powerful message. They are together with Nnamdi KANU, and they put a curse on anybody who goes against Nnamdi KANU, a selfless individual who have stood for the right of self-determination of the indigenous people of Biafra and Biafrans living everywhere to be able to return back to a homeland that they can call theirs and self-govern themselves and determine their political outlook as their right is under international law. And this goes to everybody who have come against them. And this have now shown that there is a now direct challenge by IPOT with the Nigerian government. This movement and this ghost town policy is very good. They should move it towards the ungovernability and they should make sure there will be no federal election conducted in the Anambra state that is due. They have to stop it. They cannot allow Nigerian government to kidnap their leader, try to stifle Biafran voices, and at the same time organizing pro-Nigerian elections in Biafra land. Is not tolerable. This is war. So, ladies and gentlemen, there have been attempts, as we have said very well, by federalists within the Ambazonian movement, paid agents to try to undermine this movement in Biafra. We have seen one of the leaders of a faction called the IG group. It is a splinter movement. I have to speak in this way so that people who watch me across Africa, they can understand, and those who are watching me from Biafra should understand. There have been statements made by this man called Sako Ikome, declaring that there is no alliance between the Biafran people and the Ambazonian people. That is a complete blackmail. He is a paid agent, a federalist that is parading himself as an Ambazonian nationalist, and he speaks for the Cameroon interest. These statements are false. There is an alliance between the Biafran people and Ambazonian people that is being led by the leader of the major factions, the IPOD and the Ambazonian governing councils. This is the reality on the ground. That alliance is flourishing. We are having good relationship with the Biafran people on the ground, and our people have to know that the relationship between the Ambazonian people and the Biafran people goes way back. Late in 2016, there was a congress organized in Imo State between the Biafran National League and the Ambazonian Governing Council that was ongoing, and we have had many conversations and many interactions and good relationship with all the factions in the Biafran land, and we will continue to enhance those relationship. The relationship is for self-preservation, and nobody can stop it. Sako can only speak for himself and for his group. I'm going to take time a little bit, ladies and gentlemen, to really tell you people who are these people behind this sabotage. So we have let me put out the screen. So I'm going to take you into an in-depth look into the people who are trying to sabotage and undermine Biafran aspiration, as well as the people of Ambazonia. It will be surprising to a lot of Biafran people that have called me that somebody in Ambazonia claiming to be an Ambazonia president will send a message to solicitate maybe an alliance with the Nigerian government, a government which is a hostile state towards the Ambazonian people. I'm going to take you into a look into these people who are doing all this issue, and these are the group of people. It is a group of people that call themselves the ACT. They call themselves Team Ambazonia, and I want to show you some of their group members so that you know where they are coming from and exactly what they are trying to do. This is a post made just yesterday by this individual called Innocentia. Innocentia is part of the group led by Sako called the ACT. In this letter, he is condemning the Cameroonians who are planning to protest against Mr. Pobia. One wonder why was somebody who is supposed to be fighting against Pobia condemning people from protesting against Pobia. This will show you the underlying activity of this group of people. They are paid agents by Pobia to undermine any opposition against Biafra and even against Mr. Pobia in La République du Cameroon. Of course, they have a fake reason that it is because somebody wants to go and join that protest with an Ambazonian flag. People have been doing that forever. The reason they are putting this thing is to affect the protest that is going on in Geneva against Mr. Pobia. The Cameroonians have their rights to go and protest against Pobia, and nobody can try to undermine them. You have seen that these are the same people who have tried to stop the ghost town that we have in Ambazonia. The people call themselves the ACT. Innocentia representing one of the group called Maurice. This is just a few individuals from the same village, the same family. Innocentia, his brother, how they call it, his brother.
Always watching Linda's TV show.
I will see you again in my next video. Remain blessed. I appreciate each and every one of you, and keep on watching Linda's TV show. If you have not yet subscribed, please, I beg you to do that so that you'll be getting more updates from me. Bye bye.